but a fantastic day. Friday, March 5th, right? Yes, Friday, March 5th. Hello, everybody. 3231, it's me. It's a cold, windy day in Lewiston, Auburn, Maine. We are live all over the internet, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, as well as right here, home base, the HAPS app. If you haven't downloaded the HAPS app yet, do so. So pissed right now. Just finished WandaVision. Huge waste of time. I disagree, but we shall discuss. I hope that everyone is well. I hope that everyone watching as well, if you have not downloaded the HAPS app, please do so you can be notified and subscribe to my channel, be notified when I'm live. Where Periscope is going bye-bye, we're also on Periscope, if anyone's still watching on Periscope. This is the last month. It's winding down to the end of Periscope, the app. It's going to Twitter Live, in which case you might as well just get on HAPS because I'm on here. It's a great community. If you liked Periscope, well, it depends. If you liked Periscope for substandard boobies and frequent marijuana use, dab, then maybe you won't like HAPS. Maybe it won't be for you. If you're a big fan of tuning in to random folks staring at their phone, waiting for them to be entertained, like waiting for you to entertain them, you may not like HAPS. HAPS is a community thing, and that's kind of what I'm into. So it depends. Well, I mean, who doesn't like substandard movies? I wasn't specifically talking just that. That and other things, like I'm sure that there's still a place on the internet where you could find substandard movies. It's the name of the next band I formed. Coming to the stage, please welcome Substandard Boobies. Hello, Myrna. Tilla from Texas City. Hello, darling. Good morning. Pleasure to see you as always. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, no spoilers, because I kind of want to give it 24 hours. Good morning, Facebook user. Substandard boobies is not enough to keep the app. That's what I'm saying. This is the only thing that I will say for the next 24 hours about WandaVision. Everyone has expectations. What categorizes substandard movies? You know, the kind that it's like if you see a female, that wouldn't be like the first thing you notice about her. That wouldn't be the thing that like draws your attention to her. Like maybe they have nice hair, maybe they have beautiful eyes, maybe they have soft skin, maybe they, maybe they have good posture, maybe they maybe they have long legs, maybe maybe they're a fun person, maybe they're smart. There are other things that you would say that if someone's like, so to describe them about me, what do you like about them? That the boobies may not be the thing that would direct your attention immediately. I mean, for the most part, women have breasts, men do not have breasts. So women, there are some women that augment cleavage that may not exist, that sort of thing. 2 months leading up to 30-minute fight. They introduced Photon, that's it. You know what? A lot of people are. Everybody said that. Well, that's why I didn't repeat it, because there's some people that may not see the chat. So that's why I wasn't making a spoiler. But There are some people that go into, they think WandaVision is going to be just like the movies, where it's going to be filled with action-packed, great lines, fantastic villain, big explosions, and it's going to be, it's going to reveal, it's going to blow your flipping mind. It's just going to blow you away with how extraordinary it is. And because there was Loki in one show, and there was Thanos in another show, and there was, Dormammu in another show, people have expectations about what they think the thing is instead of just watching the thing. Like, I'm not taking away the fun of expectation, but you also have to kind of quell that a little bit when you're just thinking of an effect on the overall MCU. It's WandaVision is the first thing that we see after all that, all the Endgame stuff. It's the beginning of a new chapter. It's not going to give us our big bad to last us throughout the whole series. It's the beginning of a story. And everyone thinks that everything after Avengers Endgame is going to be Avengers Endgame. I was watching a great show on YouTube. Go to Kevin Smith's YouTube page and subscribe to it to watch Fat Man Beyond, because they talk about a lot of nerd stuff. Kevin Smith and Mark Bernard, fantastic. I love watching it. I try not to miss it when it comes on Saturday night, Sunday-ish, something like that. What is this Wanda thing? WandaVision is for those uninitiated, is a Disney Plus series on that app that features Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, and Vision, hence WandaVision. And it's a fun little thing on Disney Plus that was meant to start. It meant to open the next chapter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And getting back to what I was saying, Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin were talking about all the speculation, what everybody thinks is going to happen. Everyone was talking about Mephisto, and everyone was talking about Agatha Harkness, and everyone was talking about these bit characters or these characters that were introduced in the House of M storyline. Everyone was talking about House of M. And so Vision or the Vision? Well, he's called the Vision, but it's like saying Batman or the Batman. Technically, it's the Batman, but when people talk to them, they use it as his name, Batman. So it is the Vision. However, they just call him Vision, or they call him Viz. Wanda calls him Viz. So Kevin loves everything. I don't trust his reviews. I think Kevin is fantastic, and that's one of the reasons why I like Kevin, is because he loves everything, and well, he should, because isn't it a blessing to have all this stuff come under our noses? That, all these cartoons and the comic books and the movies and video games and TV shows and little pieces of this and that coming from other universes. It's fantastic. I agree with him entirely. I also agree with some of the things that Mark Bernardin says, where Mark Bernardin sometimes does not like everything, because as he's looking at it from the lens of a writer who likes certain things, following certain guidelines, following certain rules of writing. I love Kevin, but everything isn't gold. I would love to be that person that thinks that everything is gold. So I enjoy Kevin because he sees things like that. I may not see things like that, but I admire the fact that he is a consumer of nerd pop culture. The TV shows and the movies and stuff like that. Mark is more balanced. Yeah, absolutely. But Kevin's like, that's awesome. And then something, that's awesome. Then he watches something else. That's awesome. I would like to be the person that thinks that everything is awesome. I would love to be the person that this stuff is made for, and a lot of it is. Have a great day. I'm off to the store. All right, Hugo. Have a good day at the store. Talk to you soon. Um, so they were speculating a lot and adding to the speculation that I think they're going to feature Mephisto. I think they're going to do this. I think they're going to do this storyline. If WandaVision is the beginning of the story and it's going to lead into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I think Wanda might be the key to opening that portal because she's this and that, and because of these storylines. And here's what the comic book had done. So this is what we think WandaVision is going to be. And when you do that, and I'm not saying that I am against that. People can look at things and they can speculate, and if they're enjoying themselves doing so, I've been guilty of doing it myself. You know, they leave little clues and little Easter eggs. I think the clues and the Easter eggs are fantastic, but I think some people put a little bit too much stock into those to say that, I think they mentioned, she picked up the cup with her left hand instead of her right hand. You know what that means? L stands for, Lazarus, or so maybe that's people like to grasp at straws because that's fun and that's fine, but they're also telling a story and allow the story to happen. Nobody needs 50, to go over the 50 Easter eggs that occur in every episode. The street's name was James Avenue. Who's James? Logan's name was James. Maybe this ties into Wolverine because it was, or the guy showed up on the screen with a cigarette in his hand. Well, who smokes cigarettes? Gambit smokes cigarettes. Maybe this is an introduction, or maybe it's a hint towards a Gambit appearing as, I don't mind people grasp, if that's something that you enjoy. I wasn't disappointed that none of the fan theories happened. I was disappointed that nothing happened. I don't think nothing happened. I think it told a great story, but if you're not invested in Wanda, in the emotion, in the consider WandaVision to be the first 5 minutes of a movie. Maybe not enough happened, but I wouldn't say nothing happened. I think that's expectation. It's possible to enjoy a thing for what it is, and I think that it did quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I mean, going over, it's a big picture. They just introduced Photon. That's it. Not true. Not true. Like they did more than that, which I won't discuss, but they absolutely did more than that. They introduced a good number of new players. Well, again, I can't talk about it because it just happened, and I don't want to give spoilers out. But there's stuff about this episode that, like tomorrow or Monday, I will gladly get into with you. But I disagree that all they did was introduce Photon. Actually, I don't think they're calling her Photon. I think they're calling her Spectrum. Because I've heard both names. I've heard Spectrum and Photon. I mean, all they've said is Monica Rambeau. I don't think they've mentioned on the program any particular name, any particular code name. Monica's mom, I believe, her call sign was Photon. Like Danvers' call sign was Avenger. Right. But yeah, they introduced Monica Rambeau. They placed her in a good position to be a player. No, they did a great job. It's the opening shot to a whole new chapter that's going to have so much involved in it. I thought it was great. I went in with no expectations. I wasn't disappointed. Um, you can go in with speculation. You can go into that. They introduced the child, yes, but this one established. So I won't say introduced. Let me rephrase that. I'll say established. Hello, Casey. Hello, my dear. Happy birthday. Somebody said it, and it bugged you, so I had to do it. I like the way you reacted to it, so I had to jump in there. Good to see you, my dear. Yeah, so tomorrow it's not my birthday. Tomorrow or this weekend or Monday. I miss you, dear. I miss you very much. I miss all my friends. I'm getting used to being on Haps now. They in the course of a month, I think they've done a really good job with with building it up. Like they're definitely making improvements. Just a reminder, everybody watching, if you're watching on some other format like Facebook or Twitter or Twitch or Periscope or YouTube, the best way to hang out, like for the comments is painful is the only thing. Yeah. A very, very merry unbirthday to you. Anybody watching now on other social medias, thank you very much for tuning in. Please download the apps. It's about 20 seconds from when I send a comment and you read it. I'm not helping either, the fact that I'm talking and I'm not really paying attention to the comments until I'm done saying what I said. So give it about a second or two leeway because of me, because of brain processing. Yeah, I feel bad that other people don't enjoy stuff as much as I do. I feel bad when I watch something like WandaVision, the whole thing goes through. It's emotional. I feel good about it. It makes me feel great about the future of the future of the franchise, the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And other people are like, it sucked. They did nothing. It makes me feel bad because I'm like, I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it, but I don't see I don't see why there's, I'm a person that I really enjoyed episodes 1 through 8. I'm a person that enjoys nerd culture. Like I said, I wish that I enjoyed stuff like Kevin Smith enjoys stuff because everything's fucking magical to Kevin Smith. So I feel that vibe. Yeah, I've heard different reviews of it. I like Kevin Smith. I was raised, I grew up with comic books, imagining these worlds up on the silver screen, seeing Superman, Richard Donner's Superman, seeing Batman in '89. Hello, Jeff Hayes. Hello, sir. How are you, buddy? How much I enjoyed 1 through 8 made the finale worse. I don't know what to tell you. I feel bad for you, man, because it was good. Yeah, I loved superheroes. I love the stories. I love the powers. I love the relationships. I loved all the action and adventure. I love sci-fi, all that stuff. Like I can't get enough of it. And I would think about, oh my gosh, could you imagine this being in a movie? Who would play these guys? And I grew up with a magazine called Wizard Magazine that used to talk about the comic book industry, and great artwork, and they talk about the different issues and stuff, and there'd be like a collector's guide sort of thing, and it was a major like strong nerd thing that I would consume. And in the pages of Wizard magazine, there was roll call or casting call or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically discussing like who would you have play Wolverine, who would you have play Batman or Superman in the Justice League, and what kind of stories you'd tell and everything. It's like that fantasy, that discussion, those type of things. Just the same thing as how I feel about Star Trek and talking about how what $1 million damn dollars. How would I produce a Star Trek thing? What would what kind of story would I tell and all that? I love that. I loved Wizard magazine. Discontinue it really sucked. Yeah, I wish they just continued it in like the internet web form kind of thing. But whatever. Rewatched Green Lantern recently. It's not great, but it wasn't half as bad as everyone acts like it was. Yeah, people are very passionate, or there are folks that are passionate about what they want in a superhero movie or a superhero product, fantasy product. And I get that, and I respect that. But man, I can't help feeling bad that everyone's like, oh, that sucked. Like something mean to watch something and be like, oh, that sucked. I can't see it. Like there are people that think that, for example, there are people that think that there are Marvel movies right now. All the Marvel movies are available. Most of the Marvel movies, I think, maybe all, are available on Disney Plus. And there are people that can watch those movies and say that movie sucked. The fact that anybody could say that, I don't care what the movie is. The only thing that Marvel's put out that I could say, all right, I understand how you could say that sucked, it would be Iron Fist. If somebody's saying that sucked, all right. But all the MCU movies, DC just can't get it right with movies without Batman or nothing. Spider-Man not on Disney Plus. Gotcha. Yeah, the only thing I can think of that was considered, well, I guess they ended up retconning that and saying that the Netflix stuff was not they retconned it. They said the Netflix stuff is not part of it. Maybe they'll bring the actors back on board in their parts, because you can't blame it on the actors and stuff. But it was like, if something belongs to Netflix, then change your plans. We're retconning it. That's not part of the MCU. I'm not sure, but I don't think Hulk is on Disney Plus either. No, because I think that's Paramount. I think. I'm not sure. Superman is a great hero, but you can't do anything with him. You can. Main universe MCU. I mean, main universe DC universe Superman. I think you could tell. I think there's maybe one or two stories you could tell. But I think with Superman, I think it's more of a Superman is a beacon of hope, and I think that you could probably tell a good, like, golly gosh gee whiz, it's Superman, like, make you feel like a kid, make you feel he's invincible, for God's sake. I think there's a good story that you could do where it's like, golly gosh, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, truth, justice, and the American way sort of thing. I think you could tell one good story like that, but where Superman would really do well is Elseworld stories. Like they say that they're trying to do right now, they're in talks to do a Black Superman, which I think is fantastic. Like an Elseworlds type of a story, where it's like, if like a good story about dealing with racism, dealing with being a part of the world, um, dealing with that story about, two people adopt this child and want to raise him right in a world that's like so freaking wrong. So, Superman only gets interesting to me when he goes bad. Um, there are some twists that you can put on the Superman story that I think would be really interesting to if done right. If they take their time with it and they really treat it like a serious thing. Um, I want a Black Adam versus Shazam rated R movie. uh, I'm kind of disappointed that Shazam wasn't The Rock, but they've held on to Black Adam for so long that I don't know. No expectation though. I'm like I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Uh, a lot of the DC stuff is like, it's a shame. That's basically the whole thing. The whole feeling about DC for me is, it's a shame. They got so many great characters, and why can't they make a movie the right way? Why is it that on the CW they can make fantastic stories over and over and over again, tell a story, and on TV, but when you like DC is gods, our gods, DC universe is, we are gods, and that sort of thing, that sort of action that you could have, and like Green Lantern and all that stuff, it seems that's Logan was so great. It was. Cautiously optimistic for the Batman. Okay, so that's the key, I think, for the most part, between Marvel and DC. Marvel can do big characters in small scenarios, and DC should be big characters in even bigger, like epic, big. A story like Logan, of this guy who's like he's old and he's broken and so damaged, and it's like his last push, his last hurrah, whatever you want to call it. He's on his last leg, and this final story, and it's it just looks in and tightens up, and it's gritty and raw. That's Marvel. I've scheduled my stuff to start dash. That's fine. Those type of stories, like a WandaVision and stuff like that. I'm sorry, but Justice League is going to be poop. I'm not going in with any expectations. Do you go to McDonald's, or do you go to a restaurant and say, this is going to taste like shit? We're going to go out to eat. We're going to go get some Chinese. This is going to taste like garbage. The place that we've chosen and everything, like it's going to be gross. Or you go get a tattoo and you're like, this guy's going to do some horrible work. It's going to look like shit. No, you go and you do the thing. You go and you experience the thing. You partake, you consume. People are too precious with your culture. I don't go to McDonald's because I know it tastes like shit. Okay. But I'm just saying, I'm using that as an example. It's like you don't want a thing and go for a thing and think it's going to be garbage. You just go and you experience the thing. You do the thing. You go and you read the book, or you watch the movie, or you take the trip, uh, listen to the song, and you experience art for what it is. You see what it is at the I understand what you're saying. I was just trying to be funny. I got yeah. Art is subjective, and there are people that are trying to make art, and it may not be your kind of art. But I wouldn't necessarily go to an art museum and say that looks like shit. You know, there's that these filmmakers put out crap knowingly and take our hard-earned money laughing to the bank. Mm. I feel really bad that you have that cynical view of art and of the industry. That makes me very sad. All I gotta say is you're responsible for spending your money. I mean, come on, Wonder Woman 2 stunk. I don't think it stunk. Again, this is subjective stuff, and you're saying it like it's actual. It's 100% fact, 100% true. It's subjective, man. Marvel MCU disappointed me for the first time today. Oh, you guys are bringing me down, man. This is supposed to be chill. We're supposed to be like having fun and enjoying ourselves. You know, a bunch of downers. You, this sucks. That sucks. Everything sucks. That movie sucked. The plot sucked. That show sucked. Everything sucks. Welcome to Everything Sucks. I'm Matt, and this broadcast sucks. Wonder Woman sucked. Everything DC does sucks. Everything Marvel does sucks. Everything sucks. Everything's dumb and stupid, bad. The whole body snatching was weird. When I go, anytime I go to watch a movie, whether it's a Marvel movie, a DC movie, whether it's a sci-fi movie, a drama, everybody's got a story to tell. And nobody does that like with a movie like Saving Private Ryan. So, Saving Private Ryan sucked. Schindler's List, oh, that movie sucked. There weren't enough explosions. Took me all the way out of the story. Like, people just shit on the pop culture stuff. It's like they're just telling a story, man. Going back to what I said about the MCU, there are people that say that Thor: Dark World sucked. It was a shitty movie. I'm trying to think of who else. Captain Marvel. Folks say that Captain Marvel was a shitty movie. Fly. I'm on a jet that turns, of course, turns invisible. It's it's a movie, man. I don't like war movies, but I recognize Super Private Ryan is good at filmmaking. I think, was it my favorite? Was Wonder Woman 84? Was it a life-changing movie? No, but it's not like I have stock in the franchise. It's not like I wrote it and they fucked it up. Just I thought it was a good movie. Captain Marvel was everything that people acted like Wonder Woman was. Y'all are way too critical, man. That was bullshit. It was bullshit. And then Brie Larson, everyone's just started just shitting on Brie Larson, and somehow her personal stuff influenced everybody's view of the movie. Just like now, all this stuff coming out about Joss Whedon and the way that he acted with actors and the abuse that he put other people through. Suddenly that translates into the movies that he did and the shows that he did, and like, maybe you're just not critical enough. No, I could tell if a movie was garbage. I know there are movies out there that are garbage, and I could see why someone would say that WandaVision was bad, because they go in with expectations. And when you go, but if you look at it like, Wonder Woman's as strong as Superman, right? Yet she had a hard time with Cheetah. Come on. Welcome to the bitch about everything show. My God. No, I thought that Wonder Woman 84 was a beautiful movie. I thought that, like, it sounded good, it looked good, it had action, special effects were great. It told a story. Now, whether or not I want to watch that story more than once is up for debate. But I wanted to watch the story once to see it, to experience it, and I did. There are some movies that are better than good, and I think that Wonder Woman 84 was a good movie. It wasn't better than good, but it was a good movie, and I enjoyed it. What I would not see would be if someone who was a bad filmmaker made the movie. There are some people that there are some versions of Wonder Woman that I think I could cringe quite a bit. Like if Wonder Woman was a movie made 20 years ago, I don't think it would have worked. As a matter of fact, I think how dark they made Superman and Man of Steel. I know what they were trying to go for, but the Batman v Superman and that sort of thing, I didn't like that very much. But how can Marvel make Submariner so cool and DC make Aquaman? Aquaman is fantastic. What the fuck are you talking about? They haven't made Submariner yet. Hey, David, what's up, sir? Wonder Woman 84 is better than the first one, but still didn't like it. What do you have against Aquaman? That was a fantastic movie. Some people you just can't please, I guess. Not much. How's it going? Well, I was having a good day, and then Josh and Jeff decided to start bringing me down, man. I like Man of Steel till they destroyed Metropolis. I thought it was like, ugh, like too try hard, too, like they wanted to make it epic, and it's like Batman shooting somebody with a gun. You might as well just done that. Superman is not a dark movie. Superman is not a dark character. Doggy downer today. You are. Superman is not a dark movie. And that's a matter of way too many people putting in their opinions in the final product. If someone spits in the brownie batter, you're not going to get that spit out of there. That's the way it is. It's just going to be like that. It's just going to be like somebody pooped somewhere along the line in that Superman movie, and that smell of poop went everywhere. Just, you like, oh, I had to kill one guy because I needed to, and grief and anguish, like Superman and anguish. That doesn't. That's not. No, not how it goes. Dr. Superman, Zack Snyder. Yeah, but you can't really say that either because um, they took Joss Whedon, messed around, fucked around with the. You have. I don't think it's the. I don't think it's the filmmaker. I think because there are too many people in charge of the movie, too much say about what goes on in the movie, that I don't think that you can't say that it's Zack Snyder's fault or it's Joss Whedon's fault or that it's like the director's fault. They're not the end all be all. They want to create the thing, but in the end, it's the people that own the property that get a say in it. It's the executives. It's the people that don't make the movie. They make other people make the movie. DC will never compete with weak ass storylines. Um, so I can't say that it. I was talking about what they did with Man of Steel. Joss had nothing to do with that. No. But I'm, like the darkness of Superman is all Zack Snyder in that particular movie. Yeah, but that also carried over, like a lot of that darkness and stuff carried over to the movie that Zack was not involved in. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like you could still see that somebody made a decision to have Superman a certain way and Batman a certain way that didn't have to do with Zack Snyder, because that's how Zack established the character. Right. But somewhere along the line, the people that made the movie made the decision. Okay, that's the way that that's the way it is. They're like, okay, we'll go with it that way. Just like saying, like Thor. Thor had some comedy and stuff in it, but Thor was a certain way. And then when they decided, they're like, fuck it, let's take a chance. Let's do what we want to do with it. And they turned Thor into like, bro, Thor is the coolest fucking Thor. The bro of Thunder is a great character. Like you can taking chances with a character I can understand, but you gotta like. Although I say okay, now hold on a second. I say that, and then you look at Captain America. Thor is awesome. I love Fat Thor. Lebowski. Look what Marvel did with Captain America. Like they turned Captain America into a tragic character. Like they turned him into like he was moody. He was kind of Captain America was kind of emo. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying like it wasn't what I expected from that character. But then they turned it around because it was an arc. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're missing out. Maybe Superman was originally supposed to be an arc. You take him to a dark place, and then you let him rise above. But demolishing an entire city is not the right way to handle Superman. Hi, this is Matt. If you're tuning in, this is Matt with 3231 talking about nonsense. Telling all these people who made stuff that I didn't make anything. You're wrong. You should have done it this way because I'm an expert on nothing. Great changes to the characters. Oh yeah, but Smart Hulk though. That more of that should have been more of Hulk. Well, we talked about that yesterday. More of Hulk should have been on screen. Really, that's a whole thing. Hulk was one of my favorite characters. Like that's if I were to play a character like there's a game that was out called City of Heroes, and you could play different archetypes of superheroes. And one of the things that I loved was the big muscle dude, big strong monster dude. And Hulk was like one of those guys where it's like perfect. You got the Jekyll and Hyde thing, and he rips his outfit, and suddenly he's all just goosh. just lifting buildings and just terrorizing, like punching bad guys through cities. Like the Hulk is what Man of Steel. Man of Steel was a great Hulk story that they gave to Superman. Pretty sure Hulk will lose the fight between the movies. Yeah, he will. They probably won't. They probably won't even endorse it. What? How many alter egos does Hulk have? I think like 6 of them. Like Gray Hulk, Savage Hulk, um, Maestro. He's just Banner and Hulk, isn't he? No, no. There's um, is it Fix It? I can't remember what there was the Hulk that was not as big and he was gray and he wore a suit. Joe Fix It, yeah. Joe Fix It, and then Savage Hulk, and then Smart Hulk, the Peter David kind, where he's like he's the best of Bruce and the best of the Hulk at the same time. Um, Devil Hulk. I'm not familiar with Devil Hulk. Red Hulk, you mean, right? Yeah, Joe Fixit, Smart Hulk, Savage Hulk. There was a gray one that was he was kind of dumb. He was kind of simple. Um, Red Hulk. Maestro, which was the ultimate old, like fucked up uh, Hulk with the beard bald and the beard skullet. World War Hulk. Yep. Yep. World War Hulk. The Planet Hulk. World War Hulk. Yep. But a lot of that stuff, they know, like there was so many different places you could take them, and they didn't really mess with a lot of that. Alter egos is like always rather than something happened to change them. Oh, I know what you're saying. Like Spider-Man had Ricochet and what was it? Ricochet and um, oh, what was it? What was his name? The Web Slingers, alter egos. Peter Parker couldn't be Spider-Man, so he made like a bunch of different superheroes. He got in different suits and what were they called? I wish I could remember. They were called the Web Slingers, but I can't remember the names. Is it like Dust? Yeah, I can't remember that. No, well, alter egos. I don't know. That's the use of the word is versatile. Goat, hello, sir. How are you, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Oh man, it's almost time for me to go back to work. It's 10:55 right now, and I start my shift in 5 minutes. So I'm gonna have to wind this down. Hello, sir. Well, I'm going to start winding this down. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. By the way, one of the things that I'd like to do more often, so this is Haps. Haps is very nice. It's a very good app. They got some work to do on it, but they're making improvements. Um, Latency and signal issues, stuff like that. There was an old problem with Periscope. Is an old problem now with Haps. They're looking to improve. But yeah, you look more handsome. Well, thank you, sir. Um, they're improving uh, every week they seem to be making a new update. They're doing it more often, to be what Periscope was and then some. Great to see you too, Jeff. Yeah, I had fun. Thank you, guys. Yeah, one of the new things that I want to do is be vocal rock local. It's something that I used to do a while back when I was in the music scene in Ocala and trying to do promotion with my friends. With Ben and his wife, came up with the thing of be vocal rock local, where we're talking about support the local music scene, but also I wanted to extend that to artists and businesses. Always nice to do that, to look out for the local guys. With COVID on an outward trajectory, hopefully, let's be positive about that. Let's pretend like it's going to go away soon. Maybe do some singing. Perhaps maybe someday. Who knows what the future holds? If society can go back to somewhat normal and I can do karaoke or something like that, that'd be fantastic. But one of the things that I can do is I want to bring back Be Vocal Rock Local, and I want to do so by promoting local businesses and artists, professionals that you guys recommend. So you have the greatest voice. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. So that's slowly I want to bring that back, and I'm gonna considering I'm gonna do all the social media stuff, getting on TikTok and doing that as well. That was one of the ideas that I had, where let's bring back Be Vocal Rock Local and talk about local people that you guys like. People on YouTube can recommend, Facebook can recommend, Twitter and Twitch and all those, and Instagram. Anybody can get at me at 3231 or email me 3231@gmail.com. Just to but it'd be much more simpler just to send me a message on Twitter, at me, and let me know if there's anybody in your area that that's an artist like Tate and Red Swan, or Snark Remark. I'll always promote her. It may take a couple of years, but things will go back to normal. People keep saying this is the new normal. I don't buy that. No, I think things have changed, definitely. I think that we can talk about that tomorrow. I think things are changing. I think things have changed. I don't think it's going to be exactly the way that it used to be. I think time has gone on. A whole year has gone by. We've learned new things. Things are different now, but it's not going to be completely different. A lot of things are going to come back. It's the same thing. It's a mix of the old and the new. You can't, things are different now. You can't remove certain things from the way they are. So it's a whole new process. But I love you guys very much. If you haven't followed me yet, please follow me though. Share the broadcast with your friends. Look me up all over the internet at 3231. But I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye. Mwah.